Good morning and welcome to another new episode of To Mythics. This is a special Saturday episode. Basically, the reason for this is Mark on my show Double Jointed, our show Double Jointed. Mark couldn't make it, so we pre-recorded a episode for people that want to watch it, and Curtis was crying. So we basically I said, you know what, Curtis, I will do a live pre-game show before Double Jointed to kind of, alleviate that. So here we are.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much.
I know you need some live.
Yeah.
I know you're watching the mod studio adjacent to this show. That's okay.
I appreciate you thinking about me and about my tears. So thank you very much.
Of course. I did assemble a few good friends. We've got my buddy Brian Carr. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you to Curtis, because we need as much double jointed as humanly possible.
Yes, absolutely. And then we have my good buddy Matt. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, guys. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much. I always want you on Sundays, but you go to church and you're busy and you got your family stuff. So I appreciate you. I had to ask you for Saturday since I was doing this special Saturday.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if you could make it, and I'm glad that you're here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
And then we got the Swig Master General. He is always working, but he actually took today off, or he's off today. And so I appreciate you taking the time. We're going to do a whole Swig talk in a while, but so get your tonsils moist and be ready for that. So how's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week?
Fantastic.
Doing good.
Whew, I'm glad it's over, man.
Busy day today.
Busy.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to some people in the chat this morning. We've got Freaks Figures. Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. We've got a great chap here, Brian Carr. Happy Saturday, everyone. Kirby, let's talk some swig. It's happening. We will get to that. I'm going to make you wait for a little while, though. So, have to sit through the rest of the show. But we'll definitely be talking some swigs for sure. Kirby says good morning. We got King Under the Mountain, Anthony Halcyon. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for being here. This might be your first time you've ever been on here, the live. So I have to have you on sometime. John McGovern. Good morning, John. How are you?
Morning.
And then this is just me saying, hey, it usually starts at 9:05 because I need those extra couple of minutes. Terrence, good morning. Jen, good morning, everyone. I've asked Jen to be on, but I think she doesn't like this show that much, and she's shy. We are. I'm just kidding, Jen. Always welcome to come on the show. And then this is the part where I say Darla, and Curtis will say, I know her.
I do know her.
Yeah. We got our man, Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Morning,
Lesson Warlock.
Jordan's birthday is coming up, I think, Monday.
Birthday celebration tonight on
Yes.
PGG.
Check it out tonight. Birthday celebration, a gala event. That will be on the PGG. I like PGG. Freak says you're jumping back and forth from here to Legion's Ladies. I'm sorry, I didn't want to take from Legion's Ladies. Hopefully you guys can go back and forth. I would watch it right now if I could, but I'm having to focus. But I do love their show. They just kind of do it's kind of like a painting studio, right, Curtis?
Yeah. It's very serene. It's a very nice way to bring in your Saturday. So
yeah, it's Stacy and Tanya and whoever wants to hop on, right?
Yeah, Gina today. So
and Gina's there. Sweet. Is Gina right next to you, Terrence, or is she in the other room?
No, she's in our dining room, and I am squeezed into the corner of one of the corners of our bedroom. So,
can you yell at her that we said hi?
So if you go to the other screen, you'll hear it. But so Gina, everyone on New to Mythics says hi.
That's awesome.
She says, "Fuck your couch." Hi. JT says, "Hey there, TJ." I can't read this morning. I'm sorry.
It's just I am.
I am.
Yeah, everything else is silent.
I wished him a happy birthday last night, thinking it was today because of the stream. I mean, this weekend. You know, if your birthday is anywhere near the weekend, that's your birthday weekend.
Just take the whole week. That's what I do.
My fiance says the month. It's her whole.
Oh wow, a
week.
month. That's
yeah.
That's cool.
For sure. All right.
Birthdays. Have you guys looked up what your birthday will be in Mythos? Now that we know the days of the week and like the months and everything.
I need to do that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't even read.
Yeah, reading's overrated.
Yeah.
You know?
Such a waste of time.
Yeah, the rest of us need to know so we can celebrate Curtis appropriately. You know?
So I would say the biggest news right now for us is the studio in I can't talk this morning. San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy decided he was going to fly out there, and he had that big FOMO, so he was like, you know what, I gotta go.
It was funny because at the beginning of his stream he's not going, and then by the end he already had tickets booked and he was ready. Like it's like you were talking the whole time. Where did you have time to book a flight? But
he talked himself into it.
Yeah, he enabled himself. So
I don't blame him. You know, you got Diego and Jim and Eric is there and George. It's like, man,
it sounds like an amazing time.
Having a blast in beautiful San Diego.
I heard they sold out of their day one stock in like 10 minutes of the Paladin Cleric.
I heard that. So here's a few shots. I don't know. I wish I could give credit to who took these pictures. I don't know who took them. I stole them. So here we've got a version of the Paladin, the Knight, and we've got a troll over here. What's you guys' thoughts on this? Are you into the role playing? Are you not? Are you here just for the figures? What's you guys' thoughts?
I mean, sometimes a little schoolgirl thing, or I don't know, maybe bad doctor. Oh, it's different. Never mind.
Not that kind of role play.
Okay, sorry.
The other kind of role play.
What's your thoughts on the role playing in general? No. What's your thoughts on this? I'm happy for the studio. I'm not a huge tabletop role playing game guy, but I'm kind of interested. But I'm like, I want the figures. I'm interested in the figures, but
I haven't played D&D since like high school, but I know our group chat was talking about maybe getting something together, and I wouldn't mind giving it a shot and definitely supporting the studio, and of course getting the figures.
Yes, absolutely, definitely celebrating the studio for sure.
Yeah, I mean it. As we're going through and doing the play testing right now, and it's really fun. So I think people are going to enjoy it. But as collectors of the line, there's going to be stuff like this that comes out that even if you're not playing the role-playing game, there's going to be stuff for you to get in here, which I think is going to be awesome.
Well, I know you do you do the Legion's Quest, right?
Yeah. But then we have a separate campaign that's just for the Mythic role-playing game.
So has it been difficult to kind of jump from one to the other? Or is
the difficulty is scheduling, which is a very common role-playing game thing. Is just you're trying to get 5-6 people together, and all it takes is one person having a conflict where you gotta kind of reschedule. So that's the biggest thing. But otherwise, like keeping characters straight and stuff, like that's not a problem.
So are you able to say Joe can't make it because the boy is always working?
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to go without him in the campaign, or is it kind of no? Karen says no. We
could, but we don't. Like you could have somebody step in and just be like GM for the day, or you could have somebody else run like a kind of a one-off. Like we've talked about maybe doing something where like it's a prequel to our campaign, like
Mhm.
like an adventure that we've hinted towards that happened before we started. You know, but so there's some options that you could do something different, but we just haven't.
Terrence, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Well, I mean, like Kurt said, you can have somebody come in and do it for the day. I guess, especially if you have whatever the DM's, he probably has a campaign, probably has something written out, maybe some loose notes or whatnot. I think if I were running a campaign, I'd want it to be, we wait until we got everybody together, just simply because of the fact that it's easier if a player can't make it than if the DM can't make it. I think, like the DM's kind of, he's kind of got an idea of the trajectory of the story to some extent. I know in our chat we talked the other day, and Mark had given us an audio where he was saying that he's interested in it because he sees himself as a storyteller, and that part of it intrigues him. I think that what people need to know if they're not already playing role-playing games is the fact that everybody in the campaign ends up being a storyteller because you're all contributing to it in real time. The person running the campaign doesn't know the decisions that the players are going to make, and that in itself can go in a direction. So as a DM, you have to be kind of flexible, and if you have an idea, be able to run with it because and Kurz can. We talked about this last week. I think it was last week on Purple Gang. We also are working on putting a campaign together, and I have no idea which way Van and Jordan and Billy and Kent are going to push that campaign, but I have to be open to the different ways that could possibly go. So it's going to be a little wild, I think.
See, I had never really thought about the players being part of the storytelling. Like that never occurred to me, but I guess it is kind of choose your own adventure. So, the narrative changes based on the decisions that are made. I wanted to read this here. Kirby says the most underrated aspect of the role-playing game is that I can finally reuse the Shadowrun Legends terrain I've had and stored for 15 years. 112 scale tabletop role-playing back is back, baby. So are you able to plug in like a terrain or something that you built for that for other games? Can you just use that? Because I know there's like a grid thing. Like I don't know anything about it, but there's like a grid that you use for this new role-playing game, so you can use pre-made.
The biggest thing is that in any role-playing game, especially if you're using like Dungeons & Dragons 5e as like a basis, is the fact that as long as you can use whatever you want, I mean, you can pull in Marvel Legends or DC or terrain or styrofoam blocks, whatever you want to use. The idea is being that, you keep to the idea that each grid square is equivalent to 5 feet within their world. So, I mean, whatever you want to do beyond that, it's up to you. I mean, I think a lot of us are probably going to end up playing virtually anyway. But I still think the figures come into play in the fact that you can use those as your avatars. So, there could be different ways you do it.
Now, do you feel like, because I think, like you said, a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons or the role-playing games are through Zoom or whatever you use. Do you feel like you lose something because you're not there, that you're not next to each other? What's your guys' thoughts? Curtis?
I want to go, but
there's some really good what they call virtual tabletop or VTT servers. The probably the one that people most know is called D&D Beyond. And so when you have those, it kind of helps to kind of keep everything straight. You can when we're playing, whether it's Legion's Quest or our play testing, I can roll my dice on my screen and everybody else is able to see what I roll. Right. So you're able to kind of still keep that same feeling of being there together. I don't know what they're looking at for a VTT, whether they're, looking to go through D&D Beyond or something else, but I've got to imagine they're going to have some sort of virtual tabletop because you're going to have people from all over the world wanting to play together. And it's not just always going to be feasible to sit down in a group and do it. So.
But I think I think it'll be easier to bring people together, especially like we have so many friends across the country, across the world, ball and stuff like that. I think it's going to be really awesome to be able to, to your point, like different people have different schedules, but the idea being that if we were having a game and Elijah in the UK wanted to play, and we have folks in the West Coast like Rob Zamora, all these people can come together in a way that they probably couldn't have come together, in the physical world.
That being said, it'll be cool when you do have those events, whether it's Legion's Con or something else. Like if you're there with the other people that you play with online, it would be cool to do an live session as well. So
sure.
How long does a typical session last for most people when you guys play?
So for us, when we've been going, we've been trying to, because we're YouTubing it, and so we try to keep it to around 2 hours. But my understanding is some people will go and like they'll play for 6-8 hours in a session. So it really just kind of depends. But I don't know, Terrence, what's your experience been with that as far as timing?
I've done both. I mean, I when I was younger and playing like in middle school and high school, I mean, we'd have whole, if the whole group was into it, and of course we weren't working and stuff like that, we could do a whole weekend. It was, and I think we were all amped up on sugar and snacks, but that we would just sit around and just go because you just constantly wanted to get to what was next or whatever and level up or whatnot. And I think now, even for the campaign I'm kind of putting together, I'm assuming it's going to be a 2-3 hour, event, because everyone's got people to get back to in lives and stuff like that. And I think 2 to 3 hours is a good time where you can have enough happen. You want to leave some room for folks to explore, ask questions, investigate, loot, whatever it might be. And to actually have some kind of action or event happen within that time period that for both the people playing and because we'll probably end up doing this through YouTube or something like that, that they have something that they saw happen within the story, so to speak,
For sure.
So do you feel like when it ends, do you feel like it interrupts the flow? Like, is that why the games last so long? Or like, how do you know when to stop? Or how do you know when is a good time? Is it the game master or the dungeon master?
Yeah,
I
think as a game master or a DM, you kind of, where you can kind of, because again, it's not as if you're necessarily following a textbook, so to speak. You can kind of curtail things a certain way. And I mean, even if you haven't watched Legion's Quest,
what do you?
Sorry.
don't know what that backstage. I have a backstage thing, but I don't know what that is.
Walk around.
Okay.
That's the gas center.
I was just gonna say, if you watch Legion's Quest,
Hey, sorry guys. Let's break in the story here. How we doing? Look at you.
Oh no!
You're in line. You're in line to get in.
Yeah.
Looks like he's first in line.
How long you been there?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. There's my room.
Oh wow.
There's the convention center.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Yeah, and the line, if you see that white tent, the front of my line is over by that white
Oh
tent.
my God.
Wow.
Mm.
It's all new. Hey, look at the palm tree. Ooh, look at that. I got a palm tree growing out of my head. Where is it? There it is.
So is today your first day, or have you been there? Were you there yesterday?
No, I flew in last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, after a multitude of delays, I got in here about 1 o'clock.
Did you get to hang out with anybody?
No, I haven't seen anybody. I talked to Thomas. He's at a hotel down the road. I slept all 5 hours on the airplane, so yeah.
Sweet. Well, welcome to the show.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Brett. Billy, do you want to say good morning?
I shouldn't be this tired.
Yeah, I look sleepy for sure.
Say good morning.
Carry on.
Oh, Billy.
Hey, there's Billy. Good morning, Billy. There's Anna. Hey, Anna.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
morning.
Billy turned off my screen, so I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
There it is. Now I'm back.
There you go.
There we go. There we go. Brett,
Actually, yes, I do.
he's giving me I'm getting dizzy. So what's your goals for today when you finally get in there?
One thing and one thing only.
Of course. Say, save me a box, boys.
That one.
It's a beautiful figure.
I'm hoping I'll get one.
How
If
many
not,
people?
say lovey.
How many people are in front of you?
I can't count that high right now.
Yeah, you showed it a minute, Heinrich. It's a long line.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like when I was there last, I think it was like
A general? Thank you.
8 years ago, 9 years ago. Like the line, you could wait inside.
But
Now
they
it's
said at 6:30 they're going to walk us over and let us go line up out front the door and maybe in I don't know the lobby, and then we go down some escalators and then we wait some more and then I sprint to the booth.
yeah. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
And by sprint I mean waddle fast.
Yes.
Sounds like you got a plan.
Good
My plan
plan.
is to hug every one of the horsemen there.
Yes. Tell them we all said hello and we love them.
I definitely will.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Even if I don't get one, at least I'm here and I can get to see people.
My friend Nando actually bought one for a 180 on
Wow.
eBay. I'm like, bro,
Hmm.
that's craziness. You know what? I did want to ask you guys because I pay attention, but I guess I don't pay attention to everything. So concerning the Paladin figure, the Kickstarter starts in February, right?
For what? The game?
Or
They said early next year.
I've heard early next year. I've heard February. I've heard Q1. So yeah,
so that
sometime between January and March, it's gonna hit.
so the figure won't be available in February. That's when the Kickstarter starts. So it could
Correct.
be another year. Or,
Well, we don't know. I mean, I don't think it's
I'll
going to
reserve
be that
comments
much
till
lead
later.
time. Yeah.
say that, Curtis. Say that again.
I wouldn't think that the lead time would be as long for this as other stuff that we see from them.
I
So-
could see this being in stock, Curtis,
I
when
was
the
gonna-
Kickstarter goes live.
I was gonna say that maybe like a
And then the
variation.
other versions are the pre-order versions because they're not going to run a half production run now. Wait another year and run another half production run. They'll run a full production run now, take advantage of economies of scale, sit on half of them.
Yeah,
That's what I would do from a manufacturing standpoint. What do I
think
know?
I think the problem that they're going to face is they really have no idea as far as demand, right? Because
Same as Barbarian.
they've had some role playing games on Kickstarter that have like a $40,000 thing, and then it gets backed for like $2 million, right? So it could go bonkers. And I think that's part of why they're doing it on Kickstarter is to get it in front of more eyes and that kind of thing. So so we'll see. I mean, and it may be something where it comes in two shipments. Like maybe you get the game early, but maybe the figures come a little bit later. I don't know.
A la Aether Blade.
Yeah. So
right, get the figures before the actual game ever comes out.
But I think this figure that we're for today, I think half of it's here and half of it's on its way, and half of it will be in stock when the Kickstarter goes live. That's.
I mean, they know that the figure will sell. Like maybe the game might be a slight uncertainty.
Yeah,
but they know that the figure for sure. Like
they could sell 10,000 of that figure and not even bat an eyelash.
And I like how they keep saying that this is the first figure of the role-playing game. So
that's why I think the Kickstarter is going to have a bunch of figure unlocks just like the Aether Blade.
What's everybody's thoughts on this?
I think Brett has a good point. That could be added on like Aether Blade. I didn't think of that until he said that though. So that's pretty interesting.
I think that one of the things I'm most fascinated about what's going to happen with this Kickstarter is seeing how much crossover there is. I want to see how many people, I know a lot of people in different streams keep asking about like why Kickstarter. And I think it's because we want to see how many role-playing game players that are not aware of Mythic Legions get into Mythic Legions as a result of this Kickstarter. So I think that it'll be interesting to see how much that builds demand for the figures. And to see how they're gonna, I think you and I had talked to Schmerber about like how there could be some possible different all-ins or different tiers to how they might do this, and I would not be surprised if there were like 4 to 6 within the Kickstarter.
Anyone else have thoughts on? Hello?
Oh, sorry about that. Had to get turned fan down. I'm with Brett in that I think from a production line standpoint, you produce all the figures at once, and then they mentioned they flew this batch over here for the show. The rest are coming. I think as you guys are way more experienced on this before with War of Aetherblade, the figures will come out first, and then like you said, I think Curtis, you mentioned, hey, maybe this thing does phenomenal, and they're gonna have to print a lot more of the game or what have you. So yeah, I mean it's. Let's see what happens. So,
Yeah.
Bill makes a great point.
Yeah, I was just trying to send a link to Bill if he wanted to be on, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be.
He's got more information. There you go.
I'll take this downtime to say good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Terrence. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Heinrich. Schmerbs, I love you.
Love you too, buddy. Bill says, additionally, this deluxe debut version of the figure, the same one off San Diego, will also be available.
Being on, direct from San.
Do what? You're breaking.
Yeah, he cut out. But anybody else feel a certain way that we all got good mornings and Schmerber got he loves them?
Yeah, well, you guys didn't invite me. He did.
I love you too, buddy.
I would love you, but
We love you a long time.
Dave, have you posted the new shirts for pre-order? Yeah, Dave Orkin had a post last night, I believe, or was it Thursday, about his new Malignancy shirt, which is awesome.
I feel it's very appropriate with us kicking off the 2025 SWIG campaign that Dave's doing a Malignancy shirt.
Yes, I agree. I agree. It's super cool. I should have made a slide of it. I'm a loser. But super cool shirt. Let's see what's going on in the chat here, guys.
Sun's peeking out.
Nice. How long before the doors open for the day? I think
Opens 9:30.
9:30.
So 12:30 your time. Bless you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Sorry about that. Computer died.
No problem.
Helps if I plug it in.
So what do we think that the difference will be in the figures? You think there'll be less stuff, or
I think there'll be two of them. One as a cleric, one as a paladin, and different colorways.
What's everybody else's thoughts? I agree, but
I think because of the nature of the role playing that you're going to be able to kind of choose what faction you're with and what species you are and all this kind of stuff. I think it's got to leave room for flexibility. So I think there's going to be a lot of options in terms of how to make the figure look. These are going to be very even if they don't call them deluxe, I feel like they're going to feel deluxe because there's going to be so many options with them. Either that or they may have something, where they put out a bunch of bodies and then maybe they have an optional head pack or something that gives you like a vampire head and an orc head and this and that, so that you can kind of change those figures into whatever you want.
That would be an awesome wish.
It sounds interesting, definitely.
yeah, I mean,
That's
yeah.
cool. That was actually going to be something I was actually going to ask Curtis to kind of answer the question I was going to ask. Is like, what are some, I guess, easy ways to kind of enhance for role playing games, for people, for new people, and all that. But I like the idea of a unique heads pack, weapons pack, right? Because we've all been clamoring for new faction banners and stuff like that. So let's see what could come up with this. Maybe they could be something in the Kickstarter too for levels.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that we found out when we were putting ours together was immediately, without even really talking to each other about it, like we just each started showing like the builds that we were putting together for our characters, and it was just a fun part of it. And I think there's going to be some folks, especially from the role-playing game side, that really don't know anything about these figures, that they're going to get into this and go, oh wow, I can make my character. Like, okay, well, how do I do that? And not everybody's going to necessarily be a painter. So Not that they would discourage customizing, but I think they're going to probably put out some options within the Kickstarter that's going to allow you to, create a lot of different characters just by buying the stuff that they've got in the Kickstarter. So,
and I would guess it's way too early for this, but is there any chance to like hype it up that they do like an armory, like then have all the pieces?
I was just about to ask that.
You can build
possible.
I mean, that could really get interest going if they had that stuff ready, but I doubt it.
I don't think it would be this year. I mean, right. but if they do the Kickstarter in February, right. Next year's Legions Con, could there potentially be an armory that would work with it? I mean, maybe.
But here's my question on that is, how would they differentiate what's the role-playing game figures as opposed armory figures as opposed to the regular armory figures? Like, what would make them different? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does. I think just creating other options that would, could enhance what you already have. So, you almost think about it as, I know at one point people were asking for, well, just sell me like a foot or sell me a leg or whatever. And while it's not that, like, because you have to buy the parts to make a figure, doesn't necessarily have to be that figure that you bought. You could
right.
pick parts here and there that'll enhance your other figures. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun, is what it'll be for sure.
Yes, and they could have like something that's new to the role playing game. Like I think Trevor mentioned being a vampire. What did he say? He was a vampire. Help me out, guys.
Ranger.
Yeah. So maybe there would be like a new race or like something that was exclusive to the game or that hasn't happened before. It looks like Brett is.
I can tell you that's probably not going to happen. The game stuff is going to be lagging the story. So like when the role playing game kicks out, it's going to be kind of at like the beginning of the Dark Four coming in. And then it'll kind of follow, like, so you got the, like, if you think about when we got, what was it, Erethyr and Leodicius, and then the next wave was like Alithia, and like it's going to kind of follow that pattern, I think. So you're not going to see new stuff. I don't think you're going to see new races, new things like that show up in the role playing game before we've already gotten it in the main storyline.
Okay.
So, but you would get enhanced detail. Like I know Cameron was on with us talking a few weeks ago, and Patrick Boyle had asked about like names of rivers and mountains and different. Like I think you're going to get some extra lore detail within there, but I don't see them showing something new for the first time in the role playing game.
So is Jeremy like working with Cameron to like flesh out the story of? Like they kind of go hand in hand with Mythos, or is it?
Yeah, I mean everything has to get cleared through Eric. So like Eric is the the overall, like he has to approve everything. But yeah, it's definitely a group effort. And then now with Len in the mix as well, he's obviously got a part in there also.
Congrats to Len.
Yeah,
definitely
for sure.
Congratulations, the Wolf King.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Definitely. Matt, what's your thoughts on the whole role-playing game thing?
I'm going to be one of those outside looking in and just enjoying everybody's fun that they're having through it. I'm not a big D&D guy. I had one campaign years ago. Enjoyed it while it lasted. Like Curtis was saying, it's so hard getting people together.
Yes,
and that was the downfall of my campaign, was just getting everyone together and trying to continue it. So as of right now, I'm just going to enjoy it through everyone else. And of course, I dig everything that's coming out from it.
Definitely. Yeah.
Good morning. Pull that up at the bottom of the screen there. Schmerber.
Okay.
Added something there.
Second here.
Hi, Bill.
Morning, Bill.
So
what's up, guys?
This is something that was kind of digitally put together by Frank Adami in the Cabal.
Yeah.
And I think something like this would be excellent for a role-playing game where you have like these like sets, like character sets, right? To where it's like a set of soft goods. He's got a banner here, a shield, a head, and then like you just kind of scroll through, and it's like something like this would allow you to take a standard knight, cleric, paladin, whatever, and throw this stuff on it, and all of a sudden it kind of transforms that character into the faction that you've chose or the race that you've chosen or whatever. So
a way to customize the figures that you have already.
Yeah.
Because they have species and because they have the faction system, this makes a ton of sense, right? Because it's very specific to the game and the rules set for the game.
Yeah, so I think something like that could work. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to do this. This is a fan made thing here, but something like this I think would work very well.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, Frank. That's fantastic. That was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was very cool.
I buy them all.
Give me all.
There you go. We'll have to have Schmerber put a bug in his buddy Cornboy's ear. So
Yeah.
See what I can do. He's still buzzing off of the Fantastic Four, I think.
Yeah.
Which was a great movie. Definitely.
That's cool. Oh, I should have your thing for you later this weekend, Schmerber.
Thank you, sir. Bill, what's your thoughts on all this, man? It's a lot to take in, but man, great time.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I love the possibilities. I really love something that Curtis mentioned is the all the little details that are going to be filled in. Like even for people who don't play, like even if I weren't going to be playing this game, getting a source book like that. Like I remember when I was a kid, my buddy had the Star Wars role-playing game source book. I never played the game once. I don't think he ever played the game once, but we went over that thing like crazy, looking at the different like lore that was revealed in that book, you know?
Yes.
So even having it as like a piece of reference, I think is going to be valuable to a lot of people and a lot of like the Legions community, and you know, the art and everything else. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to play, and I'm hoping that we can play at Legions Con in person with our play group.
That would be sweet. Yeah, I remember walking by and just seeing you guys in there, and Cornboy was just sitting there. I don't know how long he sat there, but just sitting there watching you guys play or you know, just walking by, and that was cool that happened. So I'm curious to see what all they do this year. I don't know if you guys know yet.
I don't know, because you know the game's not even going to be out yet. Maybe they'll have you know, some of the stuff that they reveal between now and then set up in there. I'm not sure how much newness. I imagine they would want to, because they're going to be in the build up to the campaign. So, you know, they'll probably want to have some way to let people try it out again. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, Cameron did confirm that there is going to be playing going on at Legions Con. It'll probably be a little bit more elaborate than what was there last year. And I believe Joe Gonzalez is actually going to be a part of that as well.
Sweet. Congrats to Joe. Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure they'll have the displays, you know, the figures and the board games and all that. I mean,
Brett's inside.
Yeah, he made it inside out of the elements.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that they
out of the beautiful San Diego morning.
Yes, right.
It's overcast. There's nothing to see there.
Than wherever we are.
It's beautiful here. Like yesterday
it
was blazing hot in Boston, and today it feels really nice this morning at least.
Gnarly. It's rainy and swampy and hot.
Yeah. It was 98 with 90% humidity when I left Philadelphia yesterday.
Yeah, that's what we had.
I want to be back in Vegas where it was 120 and nothing.
No.
Yeah.
San Diego's good enough.
But anyways, I was saying I love that they've integrated figures for us that are not really like, and I don't mean to speak for Heinrich, but us that are, I think tabletop gaming is cool, but I'm here for the figures, and I'm so excited that they have integrated figures for us that aren't really super into role-playing games. They've kind of included us by having figures or the possibility of more figures to come. So I think that was super smart and innovative on their part to do that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree on that.
I agree. And I used to work many years ago at a comic book and RPG store. And I had some of the customers, invited me over so I could go through and see how it was. And I was like, okay, I really wasn't into it. But I was like, but I do understand, with the lore and with all the amazing figures and creativity that we have in the community, how this would do well naturally within. It's a great natural extension. I applaud the studio like 1,000,000% for putting time, effort, people into this, because I think this is a great way to branch out and grow into these. There are role playing games and gaming stores out there that they do sell comics, they do sell action figures, they sell paints, they sell paintbrushes, so that there could be a Curtis Ackerman tour going around to these various stores, and or other people going around to these stores, talking about the RPG and demoing it and bringing his customs and showing off, and people saying, oh wait, we can just use the same paints that we use okay, great, yeah, let's just go for it. So it's a great, it's because again, the way we've all been kind of introduced to this was we kind of stumbled across it either on the internet or we knew about Four Horsemen. We enjoy it. We love the community. And I think once the people kind of understand and kind of get an entryway into it's like, oh, wow, this is fun. This is great. Oh, we can be on New to Mythics Live. We can be on Dork Lair. We can be on Art Bar at Ackerman. This is great. You can get cool T-shirts by Dave Orkin.
Absolutely. Sky's the limit.
It's cool that they lean into the passions of their team, right?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if Cameron wasn't on that team, like, would this even really have been a thing? And it's because he's there that it is so, I don't know, developed, and just so much care has gone into it, and others as well. But I feel like he's like the heart of this thing. And then you have like George, and they do like pins and stuff because of George, and like pins have become like this huge like collectible thing in the Mythic Legions community because of George and his passion for that stuff. Like they definitely like let their team members, their employees, like push their passions. It's pretty cool. It's a great way for a company to operate.
Did they mention how it originated, the role-playing game? Like, did Cameron bring it to Eric, or
they toyed with the idea of miniatures, and they just kind of sized down some figures, and like for those folks that have gone to intern, they maybe have seen some of the miniatures just kind of like sitting in Cameron's office for the last 5-6 years. And then when they did that, they started kind of talking about what it would be like to have the world of Mythos in like a D&D style role-playing game. And so there's been talk about it for years, but like where the decision was actually made to like, let's go for it, I can't say for certain, but I know it was like, what was it, about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, that there was like this photo of them in the studio, like sitting around a table,
yes, I remember
to have a session. Like I gotta think that that's maybe the start of, okay, this could really be a thing. So
yeah,
right,
yeah, I agree with Terrence what you're saying about it being a natural thing. The creativity and the the collaborations and stuff. But yeah, I agree too, Bill.
Joe Gonzalez is just like, dude, he's so over the moon. Like literally his two favorite things
elated
coming together. Like he couldn't be happier. So it was like a G-Con last year. Everybody's talking about the dragon, and all Joe could talk about is this role-playing game. So
well, and I know like Patrick Boyle is super excited about it as well.
Yeah.
He's
started a whole new group and everything, new Facebook group. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what, Nat 20?
And it sounds like he's starting a in-person campaign with the locals, with Anthony and maybe a few others in that area.
Yeah, see, I would love to be locally with
me.
Like, I think that would be nice. What did he say? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Brett's going to be a part of that campaign as well.
Oh, nice. Jealous. Damn it.
Brett will be the skeleton.
Actually, I'm an awful evil paladin, but whatever. Smurfs, get your ass over and move down the road for me, please.
I'm working on it. Steph says it's all come full circle. Absolutely.
There's probably enough people in the sort of like Boston metro area that we could probably do one. Just kind of thinking about ChrisCon the other day. It's just a matter of I don't think we have any like experienced, D&D players to actually run it. So
Yeah.
we have to find someone. But
Good morning, Anthony. How are you, sir?
Let's go for the 9 grid.
Let's do it. Full
Hey,
house.
no, Anthony.
I love it.
Hey there, buddy.
Morning, Anthony.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Terrence is the center square.
and now all we got to do is get Brett
Hey, Bullock.
to swivel his camera so that we can.
There
we
there
go.
we
There
go.
it
Now
is.
it feels. Okay.
Brett put his
I can
steps
rest.
on for the day in the last 15 minutes.
And he hasn't
Yes.
even been inside the hall yet. Oh my god.
Well,
Yeah, so you guys-
I'm in the perimeter waiting to go down to the thing in 3 hours, I guess.
Not 9 o'clock, right?
9:30, they open the doors. 9 o'clock, they shuffle us downstairs.
And it's
Okay.
now 7.
Huh, that's not too bad.
Who all has been to San Diego Comic-Con? So much fun. No, Bill.
Oh my
Curtis?
god. Curtis
Anthony?
needs to go. Curtis,
Yeah.
you would freak out, man.
Well, I mean, the talk over the last few years is how it had really been declining and like people weren't as interested anymore. And then it feels like this year they, I don't know, turned on the afterburners or something. Like it feels like it's back to being the event, the big event it used to be.
What bums me out is I was at the last one that the Horsemen were at, but I wasn't a Horseman fan. They weren't in my peripheral. I didn't know that they existed. So I could have been there with the guys, but
I was there in 96 and in 99, and it was much more comic book focused. The Marvel movies were not coming out yet. Toys were very, very small.
Yeah.
But like Star Wars Day was like huge because like they had all these Star Wars vendors going on, and you could get, free cards and autograph stuff. Like I've got stuff autographed by Greg and Tim Hildebrandt. I've got sketches by some of the people that worked on the Star Wars trading cards. I had a T-shirt that I literally wore to Threads that they gave out for free. There's all the panels, of course. I mean, it's an experience, and I also had the advantage of going. They used to have 2 days of a retailer kind of like symposium beforehand, and so I worked for some comic book stores, either full-time or part-time, and so I could go into that. So I had 2 days of like inside the convention center before it exploded, and all the goodness. So I got to know a lot of people in the comic book industry. I'd go out to dinners and parties. DC Comics took me out to dinner one time. Had dinner with Alan Grant, Denny O'Neil, and the publisher Paul Levowitz. And matter of fact, one of my ideas that I suggested to Paul, which was to take the old JSA and JLA crossovers and bring them into their trade paperback or graphic novel, and they ended up doing that a couple years later.
Wow.
There's the escalator I just walked up to have to walk all the way around.
Yeah, you got to be okay with a crush of people, like William said. Crowds can be
Well,
overwhelming.
I've been to football games multiple times at Michigan Stadium, and 110,000 people crush at once.
Oh
This
yeah,
is nothing.
yeah, yeah.
Brett, it's nothing right now until you get into the hall.
Once you're inside, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It can be a sensory overload, that kind of thing.
100%. It just,
Especially if you
Gummy bears.
Yeah, if you have a hard time, like sometimes when I'm at a big show, like if someone's talking to me and there's like a million people around me talking, I have a hard time understanding what
Focusing on that
saying.
one
Yeah.
person, and you're hearing the roar. Like right
And
now, I'm
it's-
hearing this
and it's not a roar. I
around me,
hear,
and I'm
you
trying
can
to hear you guys. And I'm
Like,
talking
it's-
over Bill like a madman. Sorry. Go on.
And it's not even the roar. It's not if like a muffled roar where you can't distinctly hear anything anyone's saying is one thing, but when there's 10 people around you and their voices is as distinct and you can hear it all right, like all at the same time, like it's hard because you can
try to.
I have a hard time
one
not listening to what this
conversation
other person is saying at the same time, and it's like I hear it.
And then in the summer too, with San Diego, you get that musk of maybe some
summer in San Diego, the weather is almost the same as it is in fall, spring, and winter. It's mid to high 70s in the day and mid to low 60s at night.
65
But
nights a day.
you put 30,000 people in this building, the temperature is going to raise.
Yeah.
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 It's gonna stink.
Yeah. So once
Yeah.
you get outside, it's beautiful, but I can feel the temperature inside this building slowly raising with.
Anthony, how are you feeling about the role-playing game, man? What's your thoughts on it?
I'm excited because I know one of my best friends in the entire world, Pat Boyle, is through the roof. Like
Such an amazing guy.
like tears of joy. So when he said we're doing it, we're doing our campaign, I said I couldn't think of of a better first GM than Pat.
Right.
So he's helped me go through, create my character sheet, put everything together. We're waiting on the rest of the crew to get all their stuff together. And like someone mentioned, the hardest part is just going to be scheduling and waiting on someone. So someone's one excitement to get something done and in a rush, then you have to sit and wait on someone else. So like, what am I trying to do in between while we're waiting? Like, I want to make miniatures. So like, trying to come up with, cool designs or go to Hero Forge and create whatever, something to keep myself going so that when we finally do it, like we're ready to go. I anticipate going Leroy Jenkins and dying in my first battle. But I mean, that's to be expected. So, and to no shock of anyone, I chose a dwarven fighter as my first character. So, but some of the choices, some of our other, and I won't go into details, what they've chosen is going to be kind of cool. So trying to use some of the mythic things and put it in with the current using the 2014 homebrew stuff, so where we can try to make stuff work so that once the game comes out, then I think it should just hopefully be a fairly easy transition over to kind of pick up the game and keep going from where we are. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's going to be awesome. So that's going to be a local party.
Yeah, a local group of us. So it'll be nice.
So the studio is at San Diego Comic-Con. So we're getting images. Well, there's the beautiful figure that Brett is in line for. But we also got pictures of Rising Suns and also the horror wave, and really great shots of these figures that are done with production.
In production, but wrapping up, right? I think it might have just started, right?
Jeremy's saying
Q4.
in our hands by end of year.
Rising Suns is actively in production right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could be right before Legion's Con. It could be right after Legion's Con. It could be the 1st of January.
I'm okay with any of those times. But it's great to see like the basically finished versions of these.
Yeah, those are production samples. Yeah.
To see them, like how they'll be in our hands is super exciting.
I was so laser focused on the House of the Noble Bear figures that just the other week I actually took a moment to go through and look at some of the Sons of the Red Star characters, and was really amazed and blown away with some of the details and components and paint apps and everything. So as a total wave, I know, right now everyone's focusing on, Necronominus and the All-Stars and everything coming through, but man, next year is going to be, the year of the Barbarian again. I mean, it's going to be the decade of the Dwarf, but it's going to be, the year of the Barbarian. So, it's so cool. I mean, that bear is just going to mess with people everywhere.
In hands. Oh my God. But just seeing these, it's like, we've all seen, we were at Legion's Con and we've seen the early, but just seeing these done is just like, wow.
Yeah.
And Terrence, you said that the Ashes was there. I didn't see that. I guess I didn't get those slides.
Yeah. They showed the Goblins of the Malignancy there, I think, right?
Hold on a second. What'd you say, Brett?
Which figures were you looking for?
Oh, Terrence mentioned that the Ashes of Agmendorf figures were there on display, but I didn't see them. I didn't get them.
If you go to Toy Arc, he had it in the pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they had those and the Ox Crew figures at
Let me see if I can find
ChrisCon
it.
last weekend, and or was that 2 weekends ago now? I can't remember.
Last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend.
Big Greg,
and I gotta say they look fabulous.
so
They
good,
look so good.
Yeah.
How about
Bill?
just,
How is
the-
Orvar in hand? Is there definitely a distinct scale difference between them and the regular size mech suits?
Yeah, Orvar almost seems like the same difference between like a regular 1.0 and a dwarf kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, it's similar to that, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a picture of it down here. If there's another picture, you can see them right below there.
Oh yeah, I see them underneath.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a little stockier, you know.
Look at the size of that the open mouth bear head compared to like the imp scale or even just the other figures in the back. Like that head is massive.
Yeah.
You could almost fit that critter inside that bag.
Right.
Oh, now we need a Tauntaun version where we cut open underneath and
there you
put
go.
a character inside.
Keep them warm.
Yeah, these dwarves. Oh man, these dwarves are
I know
killer.
they're just beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean this Rising Suns is just a killer wave, and that we're gonna own them like this year maybe is just so exciting.
My guess would be the first show that we would see them at. It's probably going to be ZoloCon of next year, though.
Yeah,
right.
That's okay. I won't be there.
Well, MegaCon maybe, but we won't be there.
Yeah.
My fear is they're going to hit like mid-December, and then I'm going to be like forcing myself to include them in my top 10 list and like scrambling at the end of the year.
Yeah, you're like, I got to open all these figures before I.
This is going to be a difficult year as far as figures in hand to pick your favorite. There's so much stuff coming out.
I think the top 1 or 2 figures is probably a landslide ahead of everyone else, but from 3 to 10 is going to be like a dead heat.
Yeah.
I still need someone to beat Gideon right now. He's still my top right now.
Yeah, I have 8 legendary barbarians to argue with you on that one.
I do have more legendary barbarians than I have Gideons, but I still like Gideon more.
Yeah. No, to see the whole armor upgrade, you know, and then put not only to tease us with the Valiant Knight, but then to go ahead and do it with everything, and then add the head sculpt and the new weapon and the scabbard. Like, I mean, Gideon,
and cloth goods, and that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the new cloth goods system with the cinch underneath. Like that whole thing is just all came together on that figure.
Yeah. Shmurb, I put pictures of Ashes in our chat, so you should be able to share this.
Let's see here. Let me see here. I'm terrible at this stuff.
That's gross.
I know. Share. No. I was looking at the size too of the wolf. Look at the size difference.
That's great.
Yep.
It's insane. I feel like they've changed some things here on StreamYard, and I'm having issues.
They have.
Yeah.
The media assets got all weird.
Yeah. So like, where's the?
Hey, will Mark be part of your play group as well?
Who? My brother? No. Yeah. No, his schedule, to try to line up with his schedule would mean we probably have to play at like 3 a.m. on like a Wednesday evening. He, between chasing after the kids with dance, softball, and cheerleading and gymnastics or volleyball and everything in between, it's that would be very, very challenging for him. So
I just didn't know if we might have seen like a dwarf and goblin working together in the same adventure party. So I was curious.
I mean, I'm sure at some point, that'll happen. But yeah, we've got a pretty cool crew that we got all together. I don't want to go into a whole lot of it yet, but we want to make sure the first game actually happens and we can actually say, yes, this is everyone involved, because a lot can happen from now till the first night.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like Anthony could piss me off and I wouldn't want to be in the same room with him.
Well, I would just have to badmouth some skeletons more than normal, and probably that would be the end of it.
Right.
Right.
So I'll keep my thoughts and opinions to myself, or try to.
Absolutely.
You can't hate me.
Okay, so I've got one picture that Heinrich sent me. Beautiful, beautiful.
The paintwork on Kai Potch's head,
yes,
is amazing.
That detail is insane.
I know people mention about part reuse and everything, but man, when you throw a different colorway on something like that, it looks like it's something totally brand new. Like you could just do nothing but Jaguarian heads for months. That one head with different paint schemes,
right.
and they would all look different.
Lions and tigers and ocelots. Oh my!
And I'm kind of surprised at the blue on the.
I want a blue-eyed white tiger with a pink nose.
Oh god.
There we go. There's the malignancy, guys.
Yeah, I did not see these pictures. Thank you, Heinrich, for showing me.
Oh, and so Toy Ark did a great job of getting these pictures and of the whole booth and like cosmics there. So, hats off to the folks that are working at Toy Ark.
Yeah,
I'm sitting on a scapular in box still, just for those wings on that gold skeleton.
Oh yeah, definitely. Those goblins are looking pretty good over there.
Yeah,
They'll make really good dwarfs.
You mean a scaphoid?
Right.
Scaphoid. I'm sorry, scaphoid. Yes, thank you, Bill.
Yeah. If people are still looking for Ashes of Agbendor, I believe that Nerdzoic still has some up for pre-order, and you can do pay in 4. Because I know everybody keeps hyping on Big Bad Toy Store being sold out, but Nerdzoic was able to go and order more from Four Horsemen at some time.
Anthony might be familiar with this place, but Stormwind Collectibles in Newton Square, Pennsylvania, is a hidden gem for retailer. Very few people go, and he always has stock.
Newtown Square, Bucks County or Delaware County?
There's 2 Newton Squares.
Newtown Squares, yeah.
Whichever one's closer to me.
Okay, that's probably Bucks County then. Okay, I'll have to put an eye out for that one.
And they have a website too. So,
okay.
Brian, have you ever been there, Brian?
I'm trying to Google it now. What was Storm? What?
Stormwind Collectibles.
Leave me alone.
I might be there later today.
Let me know what's there, Brian.
You and John and everybody else in the area can do a road trip.
Absolutely.
Boom. Enabled.
That's right.
Enabled. So Terrence,
in
Middle Square, has a. Let me see here. I wanted to ask you, since you're here and I never get to catch you. So what's going on with the swig action this year?
So obviously we're coming back for year 2. We're going to try to crush it this year and go for the full 1,000. Last year we had 264 swigs show up. I think that there were a lot of folks who were not aware that it was a real thing, because we definitely heard that a lot from folks that were like, oh, I just thought it was like a thing online. I didn't think you guys were really doing it. So we definitely want people to know it's a real thing, and that, if you're coming to Legion's Con, bring a swig. It doesn't have to be pop and swapped. It doesn't need to be customized. Of course, we will, love it if it is. But
it doesn't have to be opened either. Wink, wink.
Right.
You know, I mean, we even had somebody that was a swig last year. You know, Rebecca had shown up as a swig. So
That's right.
Does she count?
so I count Rebecca.
Yes.
But you know, we had a crochet swig from the Jessams. We had there were so many different ways that people had gotten creative and brought swigs to the 1000 swig event. I think I had posted this online, but and this is a true but funny story. Was you know, we got into the room on Sunday morning, and the first gentleman that came into me and Jeff and Gina when we were there, because Jeff and Liz were with us, came in and he brought us a knight that had this really intricately built cardboard armor. And it was beautiful. You know, he took a lot of time to make it, and he presented that to us as his contribution to the 1000 swigs. And I looked at it and I'm like, I don't see any swig in it, but I can't. I didn't want to say anything because the guy was so, you know, excited to be part of it. But again, you know, swig. The whole story is that swig could be anything, you know. And you know, after that, they were definitely more swig centric swigs. But you know, the idea was people did all sorts of things. And I think, you know, Dub Trace, William Wallace Harris had
Yes.
a lot of folks, a lot of pictures of a lot of the swigs. I think he may have photographed every swig that was contributed. It was such an awesome experience to have people come in and, you know, I remember being so stressed out about like, what if this is a complete disaster? What if, you know, we get 6 swigs? You know, what if we get no swigs? You know, and to have the folks showing up and saying they had never picked up a brush before, that their daughter had made this swig, that, you know, that they really enjoyed it, that, you know, and this is going to sound a little corny, but like there were people that told me that they had been going through some stuff and that just getting involved in it, getting creative, brought them out of a funk. And I mean, like, once you hear stories like that, I mean, how many showed up seemed very unimportant. And then to have, you know, all the studio guys coming in and being blown away by the diversity of creativity.
Yes.
You know, I sat there, you know, again, this was my last year was my second Legions Con. I only got into Mythic Legions during PowerCon 23. To go from going to my first Legions Con in 23 and joining the Cabal while I was online, because Peter Johnson invited me. And a year later, I'm there running an event to get people to bring swigs seemed kind of crazy. But it just shows you how incredible this community is, how much they embrace creativity and crazy ideas. And again, I think the story behind swig, everything from, you know, Jeremy's ordering mistake to the creative story of 1000 swigs to, you know, me just throwing it out there as a fun idea on the Cabal and seeing David Williams put out his first swig that then led to a conversation on Mythic Conversations, that it just snowballed. And you know, I can't, you know, it's put me in touch with so many people throughout the community, and I can't wait to see what people do this year. And I really hope that it would be great to. There was somebody who recently asked me in the Cabal, like, but why swig? Why not something else? And I think that, you know, there's just so much involved with swig because of those stories and those little things. But yeah, I would like to see, you know, a showcase maybe in years to come where we step beyond swig and just show more creativity from the community. Like, of course, a lot of tables out there that are, you know, individually by different creators. But, you know, for the folks who aren't actively trying to sell their creations, or who are maybe getting creative for the first time, or don't have maybe that overwhelming confidence to do a table, or can't get a table, because, I mean, it's really hard to get a table these days. To be able to kind of do like a gallery, an art installation of just showing the creativity from the community, I think would be awesome in years to come.
Yeah, I love what you said, like the creativity. I love that people kind of all, you know, said, hey, I'm gonna make one, you know, like, you know, even Gina or people that like me that aren't really where, I mean, Gina is now a customizer, but, you know, it kind of got people to start painting and customizing and doing stuff like that, and contributing and being part of this community. So I'm all for the swig thing. I think it was a great idea, and it really brought people together, and it was cool to see the culmination last year of everyone bringing all their figures to one place and all that. Yes.
So I would be, remiss if I didn't point to the gentleman above me and say that
Yes,
he has the best brushes out there and some of the best tutorials.
I was going to mention that. Yes.
And the gentleman below me who does some of the best pop and swaps in the community.
Absolutely.
So I think, these two guys can really help a lot of people out if they're getting into it for the first time,
Yes, absolutely. Anthony, go ahead.
I've noticed not a resurgence because it's always existed, but the pop and swapping lately has been a lot of fun. There are times where it's almost like therapeutic. Like there are times where I'll be working at home and I'll just pop and swap, just during a meeting or whatever, just to kind of keep like I'm fiddling with Glyos in my hand right now, even as we're talking, like just moving parts and everything. But with the swig contest or the presentation was great because I didn't have time to create a swig custom, but all I did was just take a swig head, stick it on a skeleton deluxe builder body, and say growth serum gone wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, there's different levels of experience or ability, and all are welcome. That's
mine was a pop and swap, and the only customization was a Darla cape. I made a king swig using a Noglin.
Yeah.
And then put that cape on there.
Yeah, and I did Ragna.
It was fun.
Ragna swig. Yes,
that does not surprise me at all.
I believe that Bill meant to say Burla.
Yeah, the
Burla. Yes,
that's right. Showed up in the story. Those stories have been great.
I hate to interrupt, but Terrence is transformed into swig. It's officially happened.
That's awesome.
And swap. So there you go.
That is.
Do you have a cape? Do you have a cape to go with it?
I do. I have it in the other room, but I do have a cape. I think I wore it on a Wolf King episode where we talked about the T word, but
very cool.
Speaking of the 1,000 swigs, I think there's somebody else that's trying to get to 1,000 right now. Greg.
Yes, absolutely.
Before didn't Curtis? You want a print, right? A picture of your swig by Trevor.
Yeah, me and Kevin Boots. We may get that some point. We'll see. 8 months and counting. So
okay,
I'm hoping
he's been a little busy.
I'm hoping Richard Jones breaks out his pencils and draws all 1,000 swigs this year.
That'd be nice.
Absolutely. So, Curtis mentioned that our friend Jonathan is on the cusp of hitting 1,000. I lost the slide, but I will watch. I'll put the video on here. So he's got 949, I think. Race to 1,000. Let's help Jonathan out, Hedgehog. And here we go. Wait, where is he?
Right in the middle. The little
there
button.
It is. I lost it.
Hedgehog action. The race to 1,000. Subscribe now, or get poked by a porcupine. Run. Race to 1,000. Subscribe to Hedgehog action on YouTube. Eat shit, Sonic Hedgehog action is faster. Eat do every other hedgehog. Because Jonathan is the best of the that gooey goo. Hedgehog action.
One more time.
The race to 1,000. Subscribe now, or get poked by a porcupine. Run. Race to 1,000.
I feel like they asked the thing to sound like Ween. That sounds a lot like a Ween song, doesn't it?
Push the little hedgehog and make it come up.
Yeah, right.
Love it.
So good luck, Jonathan. Please.
Yeah, and eat shit, Sonic.
Yes, eat shit.
Yeah.
Also wanted to shout out our brother, Chris, has a new Kickstarter. Where's my slide? I lost it. Can someone talk on that? Here we go.
There you go.
So it was kind of out of the blue for me. I didn't realize that Chris was so ambitious. He's got his own D13 biblical adventures, and now he's got this new Nippon adventures.
Yep.
And so we've got
So
go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
He's using the same tooled body
Mm-hmm.
as, so this is going to be that same body that all those demons and angels and that first wave is on,
Mm-hmm.
but it's heavily focused on getting culturally specific and accurate cloth good set up.
Yeah, I love
I'm
that
really
kimono.
excited for these.
That kimono is beautiful. Love that. So yeah, looking forward to that. That also kickstarts in February, I think. Somebody said, or I read somewhere.
What I like is that it's going to dip into a lot of mythology with Oni and Lokai and things like that. Like that's going to be awesome to see what kind of creative monsters they're going to do to go with this.
Yes, I agree. Like the folklore in Japan and different creatures and things like that. Yeah, I'm super, super excited for that.
I think that was an episode of Legion's Lounge, right, Bill, where you guys kind of dove into talking about some of the different things for. Initially, we talked about Figure Obscura, like where they could go, but nice to see Chris kind of dip his toes into this.
Yeah.
That comment from MJ about Emil, he was on with us yesterday. I had a live stream that I was doing, and he was talking about that he's putting together a book of his customs that he plans to have for Legion's Con. So for anybody that loves Emil's work, yeah, you might be able to pick that up from him.
Definitely. Very interested in that. Also interested in some stubble. There he is. We had good views of your ear and your
It's
cheek.
non-stop stream of people. Just keep the inbound has not stopped.
And
But now I'm a lot closer to the front, as you can see. The gentleman in the red jacket with the white mask, that's the very first in the front. So
nice. You're getting there.
All right, cool.
yes.
Sweet. Good morning to my buddy Joe, Elemental Crafting. Good morning, sir. Terrence says GPing to be a lot of new movement on retailers now that Wool King is not going to be selling Four Horsemen figures going farther. So what wave does he stop? Is it before Ashes, after Ashes? Is it
Everything was everything up before the Infinite Legions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is he stopping? Is it because he's now working for them and just doesn't have the time, or
He's stopping because he didn't want there to be any sort of perceived conflict of interest with him working for the studio. So it's not something.
Right. That makes
it's
sense.
not something they told him he had to stop selling it, but he just didn't want that to be out there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I love and respect that with
Classy.
Len. That's super classy.
Now, Mike, you're saying that Emil's book will be on Amazon as well?
Yeah, most likely.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, they're probably doing the similar deal like they did last year with the Christmas book.
Well, it's a little bit different because this is going to be a hardcover, so it's going to be a little bit more pricey. But he said he's going to bring some to Legion's Con, but he had no interest. He's like, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe bringing like 20, and I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Like you're going to sell through those 20 in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they'll be gone. Like,
so yeah, if you are interested, you might want to just hit him up and let him know so he can kind of gauge interest.
Good to know. Also, there was an announcement. I don't know if it was this week or last week. Borderland Horde has become an official Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
So that will be
those guys.
Yeah,
Great
those guys are killing it, man. Seems like every 2 days they're putting out something new.
Yeah,
I was hanging out with my table was right next to those guys at ChrisCon.
Oh, cool.
Super nice guys.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome.
How was Chris Con, Bill?
It was fantastic. It was nice and spread out, and so it felt like there was a lot of space. Even though it got super busy, like mid-morning, it got pretty busy. It still felt pretty open. Chris does a good job of like having, you know, a microphone. I think he had like a megaphone type thing, and just like having things like trivia stuff going on and giveaways and all stuff to like have fun. And then there was, you know, I was right across from the Four Horsemen, right next to Borderland on my left, and then Dacre and his legend. What are they called? The like angels, like his angels line. They were right next to me. I did my mystery boxes and sold out completely. Like I was not sure I would sell 3
because it's your just blind like boxes.
Yeah, no, those things were amazing.
Those were killer,
yeah,
man.
So, so now I'm contemplating a second run for people so that I can set, you know, people can buy them online and I can send
please.
them.
Yeah.
The thing is, the second run will be like way better because there won't be any chaff left, right? Like my chaff is gone. Like it's all like any like little extra things or, you know, like figures that I'm like really looking to get rid of, like those are gone. So if I do it again, it's like it's a super clean house kind of thing where I'm like, okay, let me really think about what I can let go of.
Right.
So I just have to figure out if I have enough if I have enough I'm willing to sell.
Let me send you my want list.
That doesn't work with a mystery box though.
It's a hope list.
It's a hope list. I hope this is in here.
So if I do a second round, it's going to be even better. It's going to be even more bangers. It'll be more because I'll have to charge shipping. So maybe like $75 per box shipped or something. Yeah. But
based off of what I saw, that would still be a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to make sure there was at least $100 worth of stuff in every box.
Sure. Yeah.
Those boxes were incredible from the pictures I saw from people. So
I mean, you know, some people had hits. Like Jesse got a Doc Nocturnal.
Yes,
that's like $150 figure.
Yeah,
you know, there was a Nubnik, which is one of my all-time favorites, but I ended up with 3 at this point. So I was like, I could throw a Nubnik in there as like one of the hits. So that like that's $100 mythic, you know?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Downright Diabetic says, hey, I love it as I'm new to Mythics. Welcome, man. I was heavily into Classified. Yep, I love Classified too. You're not going to binge watch Game of Thrones and I'm balls deep now.
Where in Canada is he located?
Not that easy to get up here in the Rock in Canada. In small is pre-ordered. Nice. Welcome, man.
If he's in Ontario or the Greater Toronto area, they're going to be at the toy show in August in Toronto. Chris is taking 4 Horsemen up there. E-Collectibles, Toys Now, man. Those are some other places in Canada off the top of my head.
Yeah, definitely make it to that show. If you can go where the studio is, you're going to get some good stuff for sure.
I know he mentioned Classified. Did anyone see the reveals for the Classified stuff at San Diego?
Oh, yeah,
man.
I'm going down there soon to see them.
Yeah, I
Dealer, Short Fuse, Sci-Fi, all about those guys.
Yeah, well now Wetsuit looks amazing. I can't wait. That Wetsuit and then Night Viper, and then I can quit Classify because of all of my favorite characters.
Then you're good after that.
I am. I just need a Devilfish and an actual release Skyhawk, not a third party one, and then I could probably quit.
That third party,
Anthony, you know that's coming. But as soon as they finish 82 to 86, I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah, those are my guys right there, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited about these guys.
So with Steeler, I guess that means it potentially eliminates the idea of a Mobat. Since
I would assume so.
Standard.
I would assume so.
That was my first take on that.
Well, yeah, they probably saw the one Ramen Toys doing and said, "Nah, we're not going to do anything better."
Or they're getting ready to have their cease and desist, and then just buy them out.
Yeah, I was trying to make slides for all the stuff at Comic-Con, but it's impossible. Like I would still be doing it. There were so many things.
Oh my god, Mephisto looks freaking amazing.
Yeah,
and the throne.
That's a made to order though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
$80.
That's
He's
not bad.
seven.
Like Dragon Man.
He's 7.6. Yeah, 7.6 inches tall.
I did want to mention over on the Ostradamus Toys channel, they are doing a 24-hour San Diego Comic-Con stream today, just going through all of the reveals and stuff. So if anybody's looking for something to do today.
Yeah.
I'm also I'm very likely gonna do so. Last week we didn't do our live because it was my wife's birthday.
Happy birthday for her.
This week I think we're gonna go live Tuesday night, and Chris is there now. Chris has been at San Diego Comic-Con for all 5 or 6, however many days it is, and so we're gonna go through a lot of stuff Tuesday night.
Nice.
When we go live.
Big Bird and Oscar.
Did you guys see the Mezco 5 Points Christmas Vacation?
Christmas Vacation. I woke up to that this morning. Was like, you've got to be kidding me. That is awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm all over that.
Well,
if I could get a 112 collective Cousin Eddie in all his different outfits.
Oh yeah, that suit.
Yep, I bet that'll come.
Would be great.
Well, I mean, they did like Cousin. They did like a Rumble Society kind of one where it was like he had that. I don't know. It felt like a little bit of a Cousin Eddie kind of like nod.
I have the NECA Clarks, and I wish they kept going with that, but it seemed like the pre-order and release date was just like it was almost like a year and a half between pre-ordering it and then coming out. I just was not to say I'm surprised, but would have figured that may have been a little quicker, going around. So, and then the Ben Cooper Halloween costumes, the D&D ones that are coming out now.
Yep.
Those look great too. That might be my first. That might be my first Ben Cooper costume figure.
It's funny because I saw the Elf and I was like, you know what, that might be my first one. I was like on the fence. Maybe I'll get the Elf because I don't think they sell them individually or something, but
the Ben Coopers.
Yeah.
Walmart has them. You can buy them individually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Walmart,
I'll have to hunt in person for.
Sometimes
but can you just buy like I can't find Alf singularly online, like you just have to wait for it to come out, I guess. But I was on the fence about even getting the Alf, and then I saw the Warduke, and then because I'm so into Alf and Larry's so into Warduke, and then there's a Godzilla, so I might get those 3 so that I have like me, Chris, and Larry in our Halloween costumes.
There you go.
Terrence, you have them all, don't you, Terrence?
What's that?
You have them all, don't you?
I have all the ones up to a certain point, and then I felt like some of them just weren't nostalgic enough for me, if that makes sense. Like some of them weren't part of my childhood, like some of those costumes, if that makes sense. So I didn't,
a lot of them they just made them up.
Yeah. They like I didn't get into like the Alien one, and like they were like I love all the monster ones. I love the DC ones, and I'd love to see if they ever do Star Wars or Marvel. I'm
hoping Star Wars, because I had the Darth Vader costume as a kid, so I've been waiting for that to show up.
I think Batman several times. I think I was Batman a couple times. I mean, Spider-Man for sure. I mean, I've been like, I think all of us probably lived through an age where we wore that garbage bag costume and that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
My dream Ben Cooper one would be Quicksilver from Silverhawks, because I remember being that as a kid, and I think I was Sergeant Slaughter one year, and just like the vinyl smock and the mask that you couldn't see or breathe out of. Right. I tried showing my son what these things were, and he was like, "This was a Halloween costume? Like what? Where's the rest of it?"
You can hear me coming. A lot of friction in that costume.
Yeah, I always ask this question when these costumes come up. Do any of you remember Kooky Spooks? Kooky Spooks.
Familiar. Is that the cartoon?
No, it was a Halloween costume brand similar to this, but Brett remembers?
Yeah, the inflatable heads.
Yeah, you would have a head on top of your head. It was like an inflatable head costume, and then it also had like a smock, and you would paint your face.
No.
It was a very
That
interesting
just seems
thing.
like asphyxiation waiting to happen.
Right? That sounds dangerous.
No, because your face
Because you
is
inflate
like
the thing over your head, right?
on top. You wear it like a chin strap.
There's an
and it's
opening
on
for your
top-
face.
It sits on top of your head.
alright.
Your face is fully out, so you can totally breathe fine.
I thought maybe they went out the same year as lawn darts.
Also saw Mondo was for my buddy Brian, big Mondo guy.
Yep.
That Chitara looks amazing.
The 112 scale 2000X just back up the truck. I'm just getting every single one of them.
Yeah, this may pull me back into my.
Those are beautiful, beautiful.
Bill,
Some of the best
Origin.
figures I've ever seen.
The 2000X Origin ones look really fun too, because they're upscaled from regular Origin size. They're slightly
I
bigger.
don't know. It was the best idea for them to reveal that at the same con that they're revealing the Mondo 2000X though, because in comparison, it's like Burger King toys.
Well, it just depends on what your price point is.
Yeah, for sure. I just think they could have probably picked a better spot.
It's like these, like right here, you have on the right, you have cartoon accurate, animated series stuff. And then you might have somebody doing a different take where it's more realistic or whatever.
Yeah, it's just funny. Like we don't get anything for 2000X for 20 something years, and then they show both of them at the same con. It's like,
Well, it's a He-Man centric year because they were pushing, the movie and everything already with the release date, and they had the Power Sword and the Havoc staff, and they had a bunch of stuff there. So it just seemed like you're gonna do it. You might as well put all your eggs in one basket and push it hard, catch some kind of attention from someone.
Plus, it's the year for Barbarian.
Mattel supported like a He-Man, convention, like a PowerCon type thing or something.
That would,
Yeah. I did appreciate yesterday. Schmerber shared in our chat group the Frazetta girls doing the John Carter figure, which I have been waiting.
That looks really good.
Forever. He looks fantastic, and then of course the new Conan that's coming, that Eamon worked on, but it's coming through the Conan license.
That one looks good. And that was based off of what was a Free Comic Book Day comic that came out this year?
Last year.
It was the whole
artist Robert.
Robert Dellatore. I think it's based on the whole Titan Comics run of the Battle of the Blackstone.
Yes.
So it's really it's a Titan Comics modern day Conan, basically.
Yeah. Here's the John Carter.
Yeah, that looks great. I just wish they would put waist articulation on these. That's like my biggest thing with these.
Yeah.
Give me some waist articulation. And I'm worried. I'm not worried. I'm wondering if it's going to be the same thing with the Epic Signatures Conan. Like, is that one going to also, or the Titan Comics one? Like, is that one also going to have no waist articulation? Now, that Conan doesn't have waist articulation, right? From the hips to the chest.
There's a little give, but not enough to just barely. So.
Oh, but there is a break between the.
So yeah, you've got the top here, and then there's a little. Yes, there's a very little.
Oh, there is waist articulation. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Is it a ball joint?
I'd say
as Heinrich snaps it in half.
Oh.
Right, don't do
that.
Okay,
so that's actually huge news to me.
I've got a few more coming.
I'm
Please
ordering
heat that before you do anything else.
Yeah. I'm ordering that figure. I thought they were still on the same system where they didn't have any waist articulation. Okay, that's great news.
Yeah, it's not a full, you can't fully turn all the way that. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Careful, man. Be careful.
I think you'll be able to break a figure like that in,
or just break it,
or just break it.
Right.
I tend to push. I tend to push my figures. Okay, so that does have waist. All right.
I love the silver too. That's a surprise to me. It's really metallic, and I love that.
Yeah.
I don't love his face.
Yeah, the face.
Another one. Hold on.
The face is okay.
Both head sculpts are.
I mean, his face was never really something that was
right. Yeah, he wasn't known for his looks, I guess.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, this one looks too cartoony to me, or something like the expression or something about it is a little.
I still love the Mezco Conan figures. I think those are just beautiful. Yeah, see, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. The rings
Not
on
very
his
handsome,
ears are a little big, but you know what are you gonna do? The only thing I did have a little trouble putting the shield on because you're supposed to have a handle inside, and I was trying to get the hand and the arm through there, and I just broke off. I'm like, it's okay, it's all right.
Sometimes it makes it better breaking
Yeah.
that little handle off of there.
Yeah,
That's why
But
I
no,
like
it's-
what Four Horsemen do with their shields.
it looks top notch, man. This is
I'm gonna order that figure right now because I thought it still had it didn't have waist articulation. Even a little bit helps a ton in that
Yeah.
situation.
I think they're shipping now too, Bill. So good timing.
yes, they are. This was the shipment I got from Boyd Metaverse. This was the overseas because it came
Yeah,
with
we'll get a different helmet.
There's different
helmet.
sword too, right?
different sword,
Is it? Yeah, different sword.
straight
I
sword.
like the helmet on that one better than the teacup. The teapot helmet.
It's got the
This is what
removable little hair in the back, so it just plugs right in. Oops.
Mike's saying, didn't I just see a new face on another Conan reveal? Yeah, that's the completely different sculpt, isn't it, for that new that you were talking
Yes.
about, Bill? Yeah.
Now, Eamon did say too that the accessories are going to be between the two can be shared.
Right,
So
the same
the
scale,
shirt-
same scale
yeah,
figures.
Same share. So there's the shirt that he has on that's coming with the new one. So that can go on here, and I think some of the other weapons and stuff like that. So, which is good. I mean, I'm a huge Conan fan. I know there's a lot of others, so they're
Sure.
bring them on, and House of Noble Bear will have plenty of Conans and barbarians to trounce the orcs and the skeletons.
Hey Matt, have you seen anything at Comic-Con? Anything that has caught your eye?
The one thing that caught my eye was the 2012 NECA Ninja Turtles.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
those did look cool.
That holds a special place. That's me forcing my son into Ninja Turtles.
Here, you like these?
Yeah, and
Yeah, me too.
we watched those as he was growing up. And
Shout out to Gavin. Shout out to Gavin.
shout out to Gavin. Yes.
Now they've never done those before.
Not the 2012. No.
So I had I had the big figures, and I thought those were those 2012, or is that a different? Like the
different
real-
companies have done the 2012. NECA's never done the 2012.
Yeah.
Like they were in the
That's Tony's
stores.
favorite series too, the 2012.
Oh,
That's all we collect.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
it was a
we
fun
have the
show.
Yeah, when we go on vacation, there's the big arcade game that's based off of that line that we'll play every night while we're down the shore.
Nice.
I mean, we dump stupid amount in there, and I think he's got it for the Switch too. But we were down there, and we finished the completion of the D&D 2012 figure. So he's got Raph the Barbarian, Leo the Knight, Mikey the Elven Ranger, and Donnie the Wizard.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. I noticed this too is kind of a big thing is the HasLab reveal.
Yeah.
I've never had a gunship, and I would really.
It's like my favorite ship in Star Wars, which
I
is
know.
weird.
I'm with you. I love this ship so much.
I just love the idea of it, like coming into battle and just it almost reminiscent of like in World War II, like the landing crafts.
Yes.
Like you have
But
to be
that
in steam
price-
to be on one of those things.
That's a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It's
is the
so
dragon
expensive.
price for sure. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, oh man, maybe I'm not going to buy this.
Schmerber,
For that price, it should come
has a
with
lot of them?
full platoon of clones.
What does it come with? How many clones?
Two, the pilot and the co-pilot.
2. Yeah, it should have more than that.
Well, 2 pilots and 3 tiers. So there's
Yeah,
so it'll be
but the
5.
base should come with a full platoon for the bay.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, and actually, it's there's a Jedi, right? Sassy Tin.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
Oh, yeah,
Jedi,
there's-
but the
there's
base
Jedi
should come with
stretch
something.
goals. Yeah.
And they've
Yeah.
got that mold. It's cheap to produce. Just throw it in, give people a bone. You're already charging them $450. That's my soapbox, and I'm off.
Or you can go to ToyCon or RetroCon, and Mike O'Keefe typically has 3 or 4 of those that he's selling for like 150
Yeah, right. That is true.
Yeah, and
Or
this one's
double
bigger and stuff, but still, like, I saw the Ghost in person recently, and
I have that. Wow.
it's awesome. But like when I look at the Razor Crest and I look at the Ghost looks like it has no paint. Like it just looks like so plasticky to me.
Molded in
And
color everywhere.
Yeah, molded. It's all that color. Like, and then you look at the Razor Crest. It's like we were spoiled with that. It's so well painted and shiny and metallic, and I don't know.
I love
It's
the
just,
Razor Crest.
Yeah.
Well, how come I can't see anybody? What did I do
Because
wrong?
I don't know what you did, man. I see Ozza.
Yeah, I know. I don't see us.
Did Nova press a button?
We're still here.
Can you stop sharing?
Stop sharing screen.
This damn StreamYard.
My
stop sharing. Okay, stop sharing.
One of my buddies here locally who does some
We're still
high-end
Hit one of the layout ones that has like the 2 people next to each other.
Okay.
Down there underneath.
There you go.
Oh, look at this one.
Next one over.
Extreme zoom.
There should be another. There you go.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thanks for bailing me out.
I've done YouTube a few
I was
times.
going to say, a month ago, a buddy of mine who sells vintage Star Wars sold a boxed clone gunship for $700 on eBay. Just in time.
Wow.
Just in time.
Yeah. Speaking of Hasbro, while we were doing this, I've been transforming the 2 most recent Constructicons.
How many of those do you have for Devastator?
There's 6 total, and I now have 4. Although these two came as one set, so I guess there's 5 total purchases and 6 total figures, and then this set also came with the core. This piece here, which is going to be like the core of the body.
Oh wow!
So yeah, but Long Haul, I think it is. This dude is awesome. He's like dwarf proportions. He's just like an absolute tank. Super cool. And then we got
nice
Hook.
Looks great.
Yeah, they're good. So I have 4 of the 6. I'm waiting on 2 more so that I can.
How tall is that going to be once it's all assembled?
That I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm imagining it's probably going to be.
They're generally like 18 to 24 inches, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be 24 inches. It's not going to be 2 feet. It's probably going to be like 12 to 16 inches, something in there. Okay. I'm just thinking about, the size of these guys, like stacked up, like. Yeah, I imagine it's probably going to be like 15 inches or something. I'm hoping it's small, like just enough to fit in a DTOF. I'm hoping.
Yes. Do you have that one, Brian? Do you have those guys?
No, I get the Fans Toys one, so they're like pretty big. They're like, I think it's 21 or 22 inches, the Devastator, and the Menastor, some of those guys.
So, Bill, I'm going to say that was your show and tell.
Yeah.
Let's get that started since Curtis reminded me. Got 11 minutes till the start of Double Jointed, and I
did mine already. So go ahead on to the next.
I don't want to step over that show.
Curtis? Oh, real quick.
Yes.
I just had one question.
Of course.
Does anybody know if there's a Frazetta Girls coupon right now that can be used? I tried 15 off, but they've now limited it to like 1 use per person.
Oh no, that's the one I always used.
Yeah.
Let me look and see. I might have something.
I'll hold back for now. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
If nobody knows offhand.
Hey, Bill, I might have an extra one for you when my shipment comes. I'll let you know. Someone. I ordered 2, and one person was thinking about it, but he hasn't let me know yet, one way or the other. But
he flaked. Ooh.
It's
Curtis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the show, Curtis.
I'm paying.
I want you to be here. Be here.
I'm paying.
My eyes.
The best show on YouTube is getting ready to come on.
I know.
That's about it.
We got to do our show and tell to get this show over. That way.
Is that what you wanted, mine?
Yeah.
Are we wrapping up the show?
Yeah, because Double Jointed, and I don't want to step over Double Jointed.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap up with a quick show and tell. Here's a quick show and tell.
Got from Blake.
Hold on.
People. Bye, guys. Love you.
See you, Brett.
See you,
Take
Brett.
care.
Bye, Brett.
Later.
Bye,
Good
Brett.
luck,
Be safe.
man.
Brett.
Love you, buddy.
I like you, Brett.
I like you, Brett.
That was a good one. Love it.
Love you, buddy. Good luck, man. Tell him hi. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Silverhawk comic I got from Blake.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. And then Legions Magazine. Jesse and I just did an interview with these guys a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
They are taking toy photography from our community and putting it out in a physical media. It's got all the people's Instagram accounts on there and stuff. And this is just something that's just like really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they've got this. This is the only issue that's out so far. The second issue is on pre-order. They're doing it quarterly. So you just go to their website, legionsmagazine.com, and yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Sweet.
Awesome, man.
That's
Thank
it,
you,
man.
Curtis.
Yep.
Brian Carr, my main man. What you
I'll
got,
be
sir?
super quick since we don't have a lot of time, just from Fantastic Four movie.
Yes.
World Cup. Psylocke's awesome.
Yes.
Everybody's reviews. And then here were the ones I was talking about. They only have 2 out so far. These are
Holy crap.
the fans.
Oh wow, those are
tonight.
huge.
Those are really expensive.
They're like very pearlescent, metallic, crazy heavy. I think the Menasor, I have one more left to make Menasor. He is 10 pounds. After you make them. Yeah, they were very.
I love that pearl though. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they're super, super detailed and rubber tires and all die cast, and they're pretty amazing.
You're pretty amazing.
Makes my blockies look like nothing.
Yeah.
Terrence, you're up, my main man.
Well, I got some sculpted heads that came from my buddy Alejandro Soria.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So this was he had given these
very cool
as kind of like thank you for picking him up like exclusives at cons. So it's always a nice little perk.
It's gorgeous. Love that.
Oh, cool.
Oh, look at that gobby.
Super rad.
It's not a dwarf. It's okay.
And then
I love that head sculpt.
I finally got from Walmart. They had sent me the
nice
Platinum Hawk Girl.
Ooh, nice
bag. So that was,
Heinrich's been my Hot Girl supplier.
So.
Super nice. Congrats, man. Open those babies up.
I will. I'm going to definitely be putting them in their respective displays because I definitely wanted one for my JLA and one for my JSA display. So, although I've got a lot of envy lately looking at Curtis's Legion of Doom and Super Friends displays that he's been putting together.
Nice.
It's coming together.
Those look awesome, Curtis.
Thank you.
The garage he did is amazing if you haven't seen it yet.
Appreciate that.
Matt, what you got, you handsome son of a bitch?
I was kind of behind the gun, but I haven't really got nothing new. But I worked on this guy.
Oh yeah, doesn't have to be new. Just something that you love or interested in.
It's just I picked up a cheap Mephitor, and I was like, I had a vision. I was like, I want to do a nice little fuzz monk and work on him and put him together.
Looks great.
Heck yeah, love that.
It was fun.
Very nice, man.
Did you fully repaint that, or did you add detail to the orange?
So, parts of it was already red, and I just matched the red on the rest of it. So
okay.
I painted over
that red. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I just matched the red that the parts were, and then added a little bit of black and did the head up. And
love it, man.
Came out great.
So good.
Thank you. And then got the cape and hood from Action Figure Armory on eBay.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Anthony, what you got, man?
I also saw the Fantastic Four movie, but I got the popcorn bucket.
Oh
wow.
Love that, man.
In scale with 112.
It is. So when Ollie's is going to have the Fantastic Four movie figures, I'll go and scoop them all up and be able to fit them inside.
Yes.
Oh, there's no popcorn in it.
I know.
No. We don't mess with the popcorn in these things.
That collector's head was like $80, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't see
that. Bill, I think you might like this one. I got the Calgrim bike.
Man.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Kevin Dufresne hooked me up, and then he also hooked me up with the Faden that I took to the Fantastic Four movie because I figured why not better to have a Flame On feature.
Did you jump on the drop this weekend?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Overspent?
Your wallet doesn't want to talk about it.
I did some damage there that I probably shouldn't have. So, and then the last thing I got with Joe Connors was doing his tabards and gave me the option to design your logo, whatever. So I went with a anvil one. Yes. And then what I did was already took one and created it as
beautiful.
Macho Man just showed up for a second there.
Yeah, well, I figured the beards were going to cover the logo, so have some humans that are fans of the mountain as well.
That's right. That's reasonable.
Yeah. Very cool.
Reasonable. As for me, for show and tell, I loved Superman, but I really loved Mr. Terrific in that movie. I thought he was so damn good. The actor Eddie, I don't know his last name, but man, loved him in the movie. So I couldn't find one of these anywhere, so I had a friend. He found me one and shipped it to me. So thank you, Nando.
I almost picked that up last night.
Yeah, I just loved that movie. Loved the character. Heinrich showing off his Scally.
So
beautiful figure, man. I need more of those.
Scally came in, and so did Thrasus. Oops. And I've got a few more coming in today. So this was part of my second shipment from the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the Raider too.
Yeah.
And so my first shipment is due today. That has the Sir Enoch, Sir Andrew.
Nice. Congrats.
And a few of the others. Oh.
Damn, that's bad. What is that?
It's the Ninjor from Masterverse. So he's
okay.
And then he can pop that off. He's got the regular face.
Oh, he is wicked.
Then he comes with another little mask. These are actually really, really cool.
Those are well done.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Not as good as the NECA 112 is going to be, but still pretty good.
That's right. So we're getting ready to wrap this up. Curtis, you got a show tomorrow, Shooting the Shelf. What else you got?
I got shows all the time. I don't know. I'm somewhere. Constantly. You'll find me somewhere today.
Look up Art by Ackerman and Shooting the Shelf. Subscribe to those. Also subscribe to our buddy Hedgehog Saturday Day Live. I don't know if there's an episode today. I didn't see that.
Yeah, they're doing one today.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, there's one today, and then PGG has birthday celebration.
Yes, birthday celebration tonight. Absolutely. Bill, what you got going on, Bill?
Like I said, I think we're gonna go live Tuesday.
Okay.
And recap San Diego with Chris.
Awesome. Anybody else have any shows or anything else that they want to shout out or plug?
Yeah,
what you got?
My brother and I are going to be on Legion's Ladies next Thursday, the 31st.
Cool.
Nice, man.
That should be that should be interesting. He's coming over. We're gonna do dinner, do tomato pie, we're gonna do the whole thing and sit there and hang out with the gals for a little bit. Sweet. And then RetroCon beginning of September, the 6th and 7th, I believe it is. I'll be vending at that show as well. I'll have some Legion stuff, but I'm also just trying to get rid of a bunch of vintage stuff. So if anyone's interested or in the area, let me know.
Absolutely. Also check out Double Jointed, which is starting at 11. So check that out on Saturday morning Toy Collector. Anyone else have anything else that they wanted to add? Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are freaking
tomorrow, Greg.
I know it's kind of last. Yeah, and then we have another New to Mythics live tomorrow. So check that out at 9 a.m. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And with that, we are out. Thank you guys.
Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.